Everyone has a story. Today, we're going to find out more about the people behind the businesses in our areas, more specifically, the Central Virginia Business Coalition. So we're going to do a little twist today. So I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels of Lynchburg.
And I'm Matt Litchford with Brown's Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical.
Proud of you for getting the name right. So none of us can get the name right. If you know, you know. And today we're spilling the tea with Heather Alto from the Central Virginia Business Coalition. Thank you for joining us. Are you ready for tea time?
I am ready.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right, let's go. All right. What's the story behind the CVABC?
So the Central Virginia Business Coalition was formerly the Retail Merchants Association of Lynchburg. So it was established in 1906. So it is an organization that's been around a very long time. And it has evolved a lot in, that time frame. And about 8 years ago, we were looking at a lot of our members had grown from being just retail businesses to just a plethora of other organizations, whether it was nonprofits or service providers or, again, some retail. But, and a lot of people would come to us and say, we really want to join. You've got great benefits. We want to be part of this opportunity, but we're not from Lynchburg and we're not retail. So we got to thinking we needed a little bit of a change. And so during COVID, because that was the best time to, rebrand, we changed over to the Central Virginia Business Coalition to be all encompassing of businesses in our area.
And how did this adventure get started for you?
So it got started for me, again, about 8 years ago. I have always loved, I'm a people person. So I've always loved the sales aspect, and I used to work for a local chamber of commerce in our area, and I really enjoyed it. I did membership, and I loved working with businesses and helping them grow and prosper. So when I was reached out to come over to the Retail Merchants Association, it was just a really great fit for me because it was working with small businesses, and kind of the rest is history. We just kind of got rolling with it.
So was there ever a moment when you knew that this was what you were meant to do?
Probably from the minute I started at the chamber, again, working with people and just walking into a small business and seeing like how I could help them and getting that feedback after the fact, like, oh, thank you for telling us about this, or thank you for introducing me to this person. It just really clicked for me that this was what I wanted to do in working with, local business.
So what's one of the biggest challenges that you faced while running the CVABC?
I think one of the biggest challenges is there's a lot of businesses that, they know they need something, they just don't know what. They're not sure if they want to put the monetary, into it just to see if it'll work. Because even for a small business, our membership dues, which are as little as $200 a year, can be a lot. It can still be scary when you're just jumping into starting a business. So I think that's one of the things that I get a lot are people that are just kind of unsure, and also people that just don't know about us. We've talked a lot, people recognize a Chamber of Commerce, and there are quite a few in our area, and chambers do a really great job, doing some of the things that we do. We do some similar things. We do some things that are different. But a lot of people don't realize that we're also there as a resource.
How do you navigate that and kind of promote the CVABC?
I'm actually trying to do a better job with that. I feel like a lot of times I'm so busy trying to promote and support the members that I don't do as good a job promoting the organization. So we're trying to do more of that, getting out and getting involved. I do go to other networking events and meet with other businesses in our region. Whether we've started more opportunities in other areas. So we've started coffee talks in Alta Vista. We've started coffee talks in Appomattox, and just kind of getting our name out there in the community and saying, hey, this is another resource that you have. So we're trying to do more with the billboards and the marketing. But that's just kind of a lot of it also is word of mouth referrals from our businesses that do work with us.
Right, because a lot of people don't know that like the CVABC organizes the Lynchburg Christmas Parade,
Yep.
the Bedford Christmas Parade.
Correct.
Any other event you come up with?
Bedford Centerfest. Oh, we do a lot of events.
So there are a lot of events. So we're going to get to that in a minute.
So what keeps you pushing forward?
I think what keeps me pushing forward is anytime another small business closes. I think that is something that keeps me just driving because I don't want to see that happening. small businesses are the backbone of our community. And if we don't support them, then the community is the one that suffers as a whole. So I think for me, I am so passionate about the work I do and the people that I get to meet. Most of my members are also friends. I mean, I know a lot of them on a personal level as well as a professional level, just, being able to interact with them. And I think that's what keeps me moving forward.
So what makes Central Virginia and the community special for you?
So, and I think a lot of people give this answer. I grew up here. I grew up in Central Virginia. I was raised in Lynchburg. My parents still live in the same house. I got married, moved here to Bedford, and a lot of those surrounding communities, that surround Lynchburg are very similar to Bedford. A lot of small towns, and I just think that around here, guys, I mean, if you're listening, take the time to go visit a local small business. I mean, I'm talking about small. Go to your farmers markets. Talk to your entrepreneurs. I mean, they are what keeps us thriving. And that, I think, is one of the reasons I think Central Virginia is so great.
Okay. So usually we ask, how has the CVABC supported your journey?
Yes, very well.
How have the CVABC members supported your journey?
Oh my gosh. Again, our members are wonderful, and they support the Central Virginia Business Coalition in so many ways, whether it's just, retaining their membership year after year, whether it's becoming a sponsor because they believe in the initiatives and the events that we do, whether it's even just volunteering and lending a helping hand for me at events and, just saying, hey, what can I do for you? There's been times in the past I've had some tragedy stuff hit in the last 5 years. And, a lot of my members reached out. They brought food. They, provided me comfort. They, if something's going on, again, I say this with all honesty, we are a family of businesses that really do support each other.
So what do you appreciate about local customers?
So I think that, I appreciate the fact that they're supporting local. I mean, again, the mission of the Central Virginia Business Coalition is buy local, support local, and think local. So, of course, local customers are what we're looking for, people going into local business. And, not to say our members aren't we do have some mid to large size businesses, but our niche is small. So I think, for me, local customers are local small business. So I appreciate the fact that they come to us and trust us with having to help them grow and help, support them in the community so that then they have the local customers coming in their door.
Now for our most controversial question.
Bring it on.
Sweet tea, unsweet tea, or something else?
My mama's sweet tea.
Okay.
And I'm talking about 5 cups of sugar.
Okay. Who is your favorite podcast co-host?
Oh, my favorite podcast co-host has got to be Mike Norfield.
Right answer.
I like it.
So I am going to ask another favorite.
Okay.
I was told not to ask this question, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Oh my gosh.
What is your favorite event for the CVABC?
Oh, hands down, Empower.
Okay.
Our Empower Women's Conference is my favorite event that we put on every year. Just having a room full of women, having speakers that are pouring back into, all of them. It's just a really uplifting day. And then surprisingly, I want to say a close second is probably, it's a lot of work, but I do love Bedford Centerfest. It is a lot of work, but once the work is done and the festival begins and you see all the people crowding the streets and supporting the local vendors, it's just an amazing day.
It's a great event.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites. Other than it's a sad dog doesn't wag its own tail, what is the best advice you've ever received or given?
It's funny because I feel like I get a lot of advice from different people, but I really think it goes into, and I'm going to say Mike Norfield over here. We've talked about co-opetition a lot, and we talk a lot about collaboration. And so I think that it's very important to collaborate. All businesses, whether you're doing the same thing, you all have differences. You all have things that make you unique. You have something that sets you apart, and people give people the chance to make their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? So be your best self, but you don't have to try and be better than the person beside you that does the same thing or put them down to do that.
So what is a myth about your industry?
I think a myth about our industry, I'm trying to think, is that, I don't know. That's a good one.
I think,
what's the thing?
I think the myth
Okay, tell me.
is that people think that just because they join and they're listed as a member, that's it, they're done.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, the myth about our industry is that we do all the things for you. The fact is, when you join an organization such as ours, or a Chamber of Commerce, or the Downtown Lynchburg Association, or any business organization that you put your monetary value into, you have to make it work for yourself too. You have to put into it what you want to get out of it. So just coming and throwing money at me and saying, okay, hey, I'm a member, that's not going to flood everyone to your door. You have to come to networking events. You need to say, you get, like with us, you get a free podcast, you get billboards. You would not believe how many people forget and don't even utilize them throughout the year. I work with over 600 businesses. You've got to, I can call you and say, hey, you haven't used this, but you also have to do the reciprocal. You've got to make sure that you know what your benefits are and you're meeting with us. So I think that's a really good one as well. Yep.
Okay. So looking back to 2018, 2019, what is something you wish you'd known before starting this job?
I think one of the things that I wish I had known was just how much I was going to love this job and how much of a part of me goes into it, and how to separate sometimes my feelings from it, because I do get really involved when it comes to like our members or even just myself. And, you always get bad feedback sometimes and you take that to heart. And, so I think I wish I had just known how to kind of separate that a little bit more, because I get all up in my feelings. If you know me, you know me. So you know how I get, but, I other than that, I think that we've been pushing forward and doing a really great job growing to where we are at today. But I'm always learning something. So, yeah.
So what's the best way for people to connect with the CVABC?
The best way for people to connect with the CVABC is by contacting. You can contact me at our by email, heather@cvabc.org. You can go to our website, www.cvabc.org. And there you'll see like our member directory, our calendar of events. You can walk into our office. We have a beautiful office, 14805 Forest Road. We're in the Kroger Shopping Center. It's a great opportunity to come in, visit with us, get a membership packet. You can check out our business card wall so you can see other businesses that are a part of what we do. Also be on the lookout. We do a bagels and benefits every quarter. So it's a good way to come and learn more about what we do without having to join first, and just kind of see all the information we have. So, I think that's it. There's lots of ways.
There's lots of ways.
Find me, Facebook, Messenger.
Show up to an event.
Carrier pigeon. Yeah.
All those things.
Coffee talk.
So, yeah, this has been Tea Time with the CVABC. You can find more information about the CVABC at cvabc.org. The businesses that are members, or even how to be a guest on either Talk Local to Me or what is the name of this?
Tea Time.
Tea Time.
Hey.
Long-time host, first time reading this. All right. So if you hung out to the end, you got all the good bits. So thank you for joining us today, and we hope you'll join us for the next episode.